Hello and welcome to Co-op Career with me, Kevlar Peterson, and my mate Magikarp Splashy. I will leave a link to his YouTube channel in the description. Basically, I'm not a big F1 fan. However, Brad is a massive F1 fan and has been playing the games for a hell of a long time and is far better than I am. Due to this, we thought, he doesn't have much knowledge of F1. He's recently started liking F1. How about we play a racing game? I've never played a racing game in my life other than Forza and Gran Turismo when I was a little kid. So we decided, let's go and try F1 2021. And what better way to try F1 2021 than to try co-op career mode? Rather than giving ourselves a fighting chance by picking Mercedes, McLaren, etc, etc, we decided to go with something that isn't as powerful around the track, but is still pretty decent, I think. So without further ado, here is our vehicle. As you can see, Brad has decided to pick number 69, whereas I have decided to pick unlucky number 13. Now you've seen the vehicle, let's join Will down on the track side and see what's going on today.
It feels great to be back. As is tradition, there is something of an air of a first day back at school on arrival here. But it's more than that. It's a breath of fresh air. It's an element of normality in what has at times felt to be something of an abnormal world. Now, we were supposed to have a raft of new regulations this season, but as we know, they've been held back. Which does give all of these teams the opportunity to have a second bite at the cherry, one final chance to show what they can do in this era of Formula One, but the responsibility for results, as always, falls on the drivers. But with the cars at their disposal this year being very similar to the cars they had at their disposal last year, succeed, and they of course will put it all on themselves as a display of their innate skills and abilities. But the knife cuts both ways, because if they fail to succeed, there's absolutely nowhere for them to hide. The other question, though, remains as to which of these teams has been able to do the incredible, the impossible perhaps, with these regulations and pull something out of the hat over the winter that gives them the march on their rivals. As always, we can't wait for this season to begin, but for now, from us, that's your lot.
Due to a absolutely terrible round of qualifiers, I started in, I think it was pole 19 and Brad started up top. As you can see coming down the pole, I'm pretty much at the back here. Once again, I said it, I am rubbish at this game. I did have a lot of clips of me doing the qualifiers, well, I say me crashing in the qualifiers, so such as coming around the corner at 180 mph and going into the wall, then spinning the car out and crashing into the wall. Pretty much all my qualifying laps ended up with me being in the wall, but due to a monumental cock up with recording, I lost 70 gig worth of files. Basically, it wiped my hard drive, and I had too much on my hard drive, which caused the file to go corrupt, and then it couldn't be saved. I did have a clip of me deleting it and practically crying as I deleted it, but that also messed up as well, so it's a good start to this YouTube video. Anyway, you followed me down lap 1 now. I actually managed to complete this full course without crashing, which is a pretty good achievement for me. As we're coming down here, I am slow, like I say, I'm not very good at this game. It's probably the first time I've played this, well yes it is the first time I've played this track, even seen this track, because I'm not a big F1 fan, so I couldn't even tell you where any of the corners are. The difficulty for the other drivers is, I think it's 78 or 80, it's one or the other. I'm driving with a few assists on, I don't know exactly what assists I have on. As far as I'm aware, I have traction control on medium, driving line on full, brake assist on. Hopefully I'll be better as the series progresses. You join me in, I think I am 19th. Vettel had a crash and had to be DNF think I end up getting further up towards the middle of the pack, around 14th, 15th. Magikarp, aka Brad, is up in, I'm pretty sure it's about 8th or 9th at this point. He started off pretty well. Like I say, he's a better driver than me, and he's battling to hold the positions at the front, whereas I'm just struggling to keep up. Maybe I need to put my foot down a little bit quicker. I'm not taking the driving line that bad. Says that as I just go off the side. I'm slowly trying to catch up. But as far as I'm aware, I'm not doing too bad. The car's still in one piece, like Jeff asked me to do. Basically, Jeff sent me an email saying it doesn't really matter where I finish, as long as I finish with the car in one piece, because every single warm-up event and practice lap I have damaged the vehicle, and as you'll see later on in the video, I do damage the vehicle. So scratch what I said earlier when I said I managed to get around this race without crashing, because I do crash. Or shall I say, I don't crash. Slowly but surely starting to catch the pack and make my way through the positions. Until I come to this corner, I don't take it very well. I brake too hard and obviously end up catching the side of the track, I believe. And then I take this corner amazingly, as you can see, and then I fly off. So it's not a very good start for number 13 in the Alfa Romeo. Cut to lap 6 and Magikarp Splashes just pulled out of the pits, having to change his tyres. So at this point in the race, I'm actually in front of him. As you can see there, I am technically beating the guy who's played the game a hell of a lot longer than me. Oh wait, no I'm not, because I spin out and Brad takes my DRS and manages to fly off in front. Well, I do a full donut ever so slowly. I decided to slow it down to capture my awesome donut, because you've got to admit it was pretty damn good. And I managed to correct myself rather than crashing into a wall, and then I ended up just zooming back off, as you'll see in 2 seconds. There we go. I think at this moment in time, due to the others making a pit stop as well as Brad, I am sat in 14th, I believe. I'm sure behind me is Russell, Schumacher and a few other people. Vettel is out, like I say, he crashed, so he's DNF'd, which means technically I can't finish last. At this moment in time, I only have one thing on my mind, and that is...
Okay, here we go. Focus. Speed. I am speed. One winner. 42 losers. I eat losers for breakfast. Breakfast? Maybe I should have had breakfast. Oh, brekkie could be good for me. No, stay focused. Speed. I'm faster than fast, quicker than quick. I am lightning.
Pulling into lap 7, I'm still 14th. As you can see, I've got Ferrari on my tail. No, I haven't. I've got Ferrari in front of me now. So I'll go to take this corner and overtake him. And I spin out again. I can see this being a regular occurrence across this full series on me spinning around on the apexes. So we'll cut to a 3D camera of me trying to hold off the pack behind me. As you can see, there's quite a few people trying to overtake me, and they go and overtake me pretty easily. I think that's a Mercedes behind, isn't it? There's Mercedes there. Oh, Vettel might still be in the race at this moment in time. He might not have crashed yet. And then you've got Williams at the back. Oh no, it's not a Mercedes, it's Aston Martin, isn't it? That's just took over me. And then there's a Williams. I think me and Williams collided then. And this is where I crashed into the back of him. I'm accepting no responsibility for that. He brake checked me, and I was too close, and I went into the back of him. I'm accepting no responsibility, and if anyone wants to argue with me, fight me. Me crashing into the back of him, or shall I say, him brake checking me, meant I had to go to the pits. I had to have a new wing put on, so I decided to do a strategic plan and swap the softs for some mediums. I knocked the button and I threw on a set of hards. And by this point as well, I had a mild engine failure, which was costing me 9 seconds a lap. So as you can guess what's going to happen is the pack that I was slightly in front are going to slowly but surely start to catch me and overtake me to the point of where I am last. The only thing going through my head right now was either catching up to position 18 and 17 if possible, or just genuinely making it around the track without crashing, because if I crash again and cause damage, Jeff is not going to be very happy with me, and I could end up being sacked before even making it to race 2 with Alfa Romeo, and then I'll be on the dole fighting bums for quavers in a Sainsbury's car park. Like I said before, I would have had a lot more footage, but I lost 70 gig worth of like lap times, the actual race. I'm actually using the race replay, and my qualifiers, just everything just went wrong. So I promise next week there'll be more content, and it'll probably be around a 30-minute video. Slowly but surely, I was gradually improving, getting slightly faster, lap by lap, even though I had engine failure, which was costing me around 9 seconds a lap. I had to have my wing replaced, and I was running on hard tyres. I was still slowly making up time, not putting me anywhere near 18th, still keeping me in 19th, but I was getting a faster and faster lap, so that's the upside. And I was starting to know the track a hell of a lot more.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
At this point in the race, I have fallen behind that much that Bottas has actually lapped me, and therefore, look on the bright side, it's one less lap for me to do, but look on the downside, I've now been lapped by Bottas, and the rest of the pack will shortly follow.
Fuck off!
As you can see, the rest of the pack have started to catch me, but Hamilton catches my back end and knocks his wing off. And this leads to an interesting turn of events, because Hamilton ended up being that slow that it held the rest of the pack up, which meant that Brad could slowly catch up, and he went from being, I think it was 9th, to getting a pole 4, all because Hamilton crashed into the back of me, and literally he caused a full traffic jam because he was that slow around the rest of the track. People couldn't overtake him until the final corner. So my goal at this moment in time now was to just stay ahead of Hamilton, stop him obviously overtaking me, and therefore the rest of the pack overtaking me, and Brad getting the satisfaction of being able to lap me in my first race. And we don't want that. We don't want that, guys. We don't want that. That will never happen. And the day that that happens, I will cry and record the footage for you all to see. Final corner now. Obviously, I was overtaken, so I only had to do one less lap. But as you can see, Mr. Magic Cat Splashy coming in with a position 4 here. Boom. Brad finished 4th. I finished 19th. I didn't crash my car. Overall, great success. I did get a 5-second penalty though for ignoring the blue flag. I was already losing anyway, so what would a 5-second penalty going to do? Anyway, that's enough for me. That's the end of the video. We will be back next week with more Co-op Career. If you stuck around, comment bananas for the 100% crew. Peace out.